extraordinaire. So,
Okay, I want to give everyone a chance to say something, but I want to say something about the permits and the process and why we're here. What you have before you is a violation of the Coastal Act. That's a state law, and it's also a violation of CEQA, California Environmental Quality Act. How could this happen when we have the city involved in this permitting process? That's what we want to know. Investigate the sham, and I will call it a sham scam. What's going on is, and it's a little bit of a long permitting history, but it started with what's called piecemealing of the permits. So instead of going in for a project properly, because this is the coastal zone, they went in for each individual building on the property and asked for these permits. And they also asked for each permit for every little piece of the project separately. So you have, for example, for one building, you have the foundation permit and the window and door permit and the roof permit and so on. So that's piecemealing. And what should have happened is that this total project had one permit. It goes through city planning as a coastal development, and it gets looked at. The community is informed. There are hearings. We get to say how we feel about it. The history of the property is evaluated, and proper decisions are made according to the law. And by this piecemealing, that was all skipped and evaded. So we really need to have somebody investigate this. This is not the first time that this has happened in this neighborhood, and it's just unconscionable. And when we do find out about it, we start asking questions. We went to our council office, and we went to the Department of Building and Safety, and they all said the permits are proper, nothing is wrong. And that was just not true. And these are people who do this for their job every single day, and they know better. And so we have to call them on that and find out why that's going on. So I've informed the Coastal Commission last week. They've been great. They contacted the Department of Building and Safety. They contacted the City Planning Department, and of course they all agreed with the Coastal Commission that it's a problem, and it's the same exact problem we were telling them was the case. And they told us, no, everything's fine. So the Coastal Commission is making progress, but it's too slow because they don't stop the demolition in the meantime. So all these conversations are going on, they take days, demolition continues. That's got to stop too. If there's a potential violation in the coastal zone, it should stop immediately.
Exactly.
And while they talk about it. And that's one of the things I've been very clear on. The Coastal Commission has told them they have to go in and get the proper coastal permits. Clearances either for an exemption or a coastal development permit, and that's where we are. But we need to go back and investigate how this could happen again here in Venice, here in Oakwood, to a historical place that's special to the community and to the descendants, and really to California, because part of the character of Venice and all of the coastal zone is its history, and these are coastal resources to be preserved. So we really have to figure out what happened.
And history is not for sale.
Our history is not for sale as part of our character, along with a lot of other places in Oakwood. I've heard that churches are being purchased, and parts of our history that should not really be changed and touched.